Hi guys, this is Chris with City Girl Homestead and another budget meal. Now, my budget and what I'm going to tell you is going to be two different things because I'm doing a double batch. The budget is based on a single batch. So, I have got two of my packages of my already cooked hamburger, and I'm going to get that chopped up a little bit. Because we want it to be nice and hot. And I am going to actually get an onion chopped up. I'm going to make something tonight I've never made too to go with it, so we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully really good. I was going to make something else with it, but I'm not going to because it's going to be part of Sunday's meal, and so I didn't want to do that. I know I just give little hints and that's it, huh? I could tell you guys everything that I'm going to make, but I kind of want it to be a little bit exciting, you know what I mean? Like you're wondering what's going to be next, what's she doing next. So I'm going to get this onion chopped up. I know I'm not chopping my onions anything right now. I don't know if I'm getting arthritis, but see how my hand's going in like that? It's kind of hard to grab a hold of things, so I'm holding my knife differently than usual. Alright, let's get this other one. I like my chili to be meaty, so some people may not, and if you don't, then you can use a lot less burger. That's completely up to you. And I know this is quite a bit of onion, but I like onions, so does Tom. And I think onions add a lot of flavor to chili. I really do think they do that. Now everything I'm going to make today will be out of my pantry. So, you know, yeah. I will give you the prices of what it cost to buy it at like Walmart, or I think I've got everything priced for Walmart. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm going to use just a little smidge of the red pepper flakes because we don't like spicy, but it's nice to put a little bit in there so you got a little bit of spice. Then for now, and then I'll add more to the chili, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of chili powder. And we're going to add some salt and pepper. Alrighty. And we're going to get that all mashed in together. Because even though I like it meaty, I do not like it to bite into great big huge chunks of burger. Alright, so we're going to let that cook up a little bit, and then we'll be able to mix it up a little better once it starts getting the juices going. Boy, I tell you, I thought I had everything together today, and I guess not. There it is. Just what I needed. So now I've got my big pan here. And like I said, I'm going to use all my own canned goods. So I'm going to use 2 quarts of my tomatoes. That's not quite a quart, but close enough. And I'm going to use 2 quarts of my home tomato sauce, which, by the way, I'm out of my own. So I told Tom, I guess you know what we got to make more of next year. I'm getting low on my salsa, and I'm out of my tomato sauce. Then, we'll see how meaty this is going to be. I've got my own quart of chili beans. If I think I need more, I had Tom bring me up a 2nd quart. But we'll see how much beans that is. I wanted him to bring me up a pint, and he brought me up a quart. So that could be a lot of chili beans. And actually, since I started making my own chili beans, I don't buy them from the store anymore, because these are so much better, so much more flavorful. Look at all that spice in there. Oh, I tell ya. Yum, yum, yummy. Alright, so let's get this stirred up a little bit more. Like I say, that spices will get mixed more in there once those onions start getting some liquid to them. Alright, let's get a spoon and get all this mixed together. You know, actually, I think I'll go ahead and use that 2nd quart of beans. Oops, I dropped something on the floor, could you tell? Let's get stuck what's on the bottom there. Let me get a longer one here. Maybe. I got a great big long one. And every time Tom takes care of it, I can't find it. Alright, we'll use this one. That's fine. Now, if you don't want a lot of beans in your chili, guess what? It's your chili. You do you. Alright, so I'm going to get that mixed together. Yeah, see, I don't think it looks like you have too much at all. I don't think it looks like too much. Now, I make a big batch because Tom really, really, really loves chili, and he is working tomorrow. And then I'm going to use it with something on Sunday. So, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Alright, so I'm going to let this burger cook down a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and show you what we're going to make with our chili. Alright, so now my burger is done. And I'm going to put it into that pan with all my stuff. And I know everybody makes their chili differently. And that's a good thing, because we don't all want to be the same. So I'm going to get that mixed in there. Now remember, my chili beans have quite a bit of flavoring in it, and so does my burger. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh yeah. And you know, if you guys have a lot, you can actually put these in your quart or gallon bags and, you know, lay them flat, freeze them, flash freeze them, and then you can always have it for another time. So I'm going to taste mine, though, because I want to make sure it's what I want before I start simmering it for a while. I got a couple of spoons up here, so I'm not using the same spoon. I'm going to use a little bit more chili powder. It's got a nice spice to it with the red chili peppers flakes. Then I'm going to add just a little bit more garlic powder. I'm not going to add onion powder because that is in my beans, and I've added quite a few onions to it. So it really doesn't need all of that. And if you like a thicker chili, don't use as much sauce. But I like a nice hearty chili that every time you bite into it, it's like, oh yeah, that's chili. Alrighty. Got all that stirred in there. Let's give it another try. Perfection. Now I'm going to let that simmer. Tom's on an errand, so I'm going to let that simmer till he gets here. But I like to usually let it simmer for at least a half hour, so that way all of your flavors kind of marry together. I remember when my mom, when I was a little girl, she would let that chili go all day long. I don't let it go quite that long. So I decided to go with something for the side. It's not part of the budget, but you know, like I say, you can add, take away, do whatever you want to do. It's your kitchen. But I just wanted something a little different to go with it. So I'm going to make garlic bread with cheese. So the first thing I need is a stick of salted butter at room temperature, or put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and it'll soften up for you. You need 6 cloves of garlic, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of garlic in with it. 1 and 2. You know, until I started my channel, I hardly ever used garlic. It's so funny, and now I use it all the time. Now you're going to use a 1/4 cup of Italian dressing. And this one's never been opened, so I gotta open it. Thank goodness that opened better than that one yesterday. Oof. Alright, so we got a 1/4 cup of Italian dressing. And then we have, let me see if that goes in now or after. Okay, so we're going to stir this together now. Get all that munched in there. Now we also need to put in a cup of mozzarella cheese. There we go. I'll put that in there too. My countertop is clean. And get that mixed in with it. That looked good. Alright, so let's put that off to the side here. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this bread in half. I got my bread knife out. What did I do with it? There it is. Alright. It's a little bit tougher than normal bread. But that's alright. It'll work. It's going to be crispy shortly anyway. Now we're going to take that bread mixture, the butter mixture, and we're going to get that put on each side of the bread. supposed to be for the longer breads, but I wasn't going to pay $2.29 for that when I could get this one for $1. And there's just the two of us. So sometimes, you know, you still want to stay within some kind of a budget, no matter if it's something different that you want to try or not. So you spread that out, and then you're going to put it on. I do have my oven preheated to 350. Let's get that one all covered with the butter. I told Tom my idea, and he's like, that sounds really yummy. So like I say, never let it go to waste. If you have a whole bunch left over and you're not going to do something else with that chili, then, you know, freeze it, or you can can it up. Your choice. Usually if I have a whole bunch, I'll can it. Alright, now it says to use 2 cups of cheese. I'm not going to use that much, I don't think. I'm just going to make sure that they're covered because it's got quite a bit of cheese inside of it. So we're going to put that mozzarella on top of that. Look at that. That looked delicious. Bag's gone. Then I'm going to sprinkle Parmesan over top of that. This would really blow the budget. Alright, and then I'm going to, it says to use fresh parsley, but all I have is my regular parsley. So we're going to put a little bit of that on top. Alrighty. Now it's going to go into the oven for 10 minutes, and then you turn the heat up to 450 and do another 8 minutes. So let me get that in the oven, and we'll be back. Alright, so the bread is completely ready. Chili is ready, just waiting for Tom. So, let's go through what it costs to make this. Alright, so 1 pound of hamburger, which I got it at $2.49 a pound. 1 large diced tomato, $1.48. 1 large tomato sauce, $1.48. 2 cans of beans, $1.64. And an onion for $1. The total came to $8.09. So it doesn't count like my bread that I made off to the side, and I did a double batch, but I'm going to use it for another meal. So our grand total for this week, 5 meals that serve at least 4, if not more, $28.60. So I think we did amazing. That's really good for a family of 4, I think. And I don't think anything was gross or ugly, or I think they all looked very pretty and really nice. So, just because we're doing budget doesn't mean that we have to make it ucky. So, I will be back when Tom gets here, and we'll let him get a taste test. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
It's already past your bedtime.
Uh-huh.
Got Reed's toilet fixed, though, huh?
Yep.
That's good. There's his chili. Added some cheese to it. Our ex-daughter-in-law got us addicted to the cheese on top. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Good or real good?
Delicious.
And there's the garlic bread. Garlic cheesy bread. Give that a try. What do you think about that?
Pretty good.
That bread's really good, isn't it? So we did our week for like 28 bucks.
For the whole week?
Mm-hmm. Now this wasn't added. You know, and like we did a double batch of chili, but the normal things that I said. So you think the week turned out pretty good?
Yeah.
You just got a mouse, you can get in the shower and get to bed, huh?
This time of year, that's actually, or the time of, the way it is these days with the price of food and everything, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. So I think we did pretty good. And then Jack sent me a picture of his chili that he made tonight. So I'm going to put it on the community board. He wanted everybody to see. First time he ever made chili on his own. I take it you like it. You won't stop eating.
Good.
All right, you guys, we're going to let him eat. He's got to get to bed. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Have a great night, guys.